Now we're going to take a look at the sine and cosine rule. So this is to solve problems that involve triangles again, but this time without a single right angle. So all three of these angles will not be a right angle. And usually they have a label like A, B and C. It could be different letters. We're going to have a look at some of them like C, E and D in a bit. But you need to know how to label it. So what we say is if this is angle A, the side opposite is little a. And the side opposite angle B, little b. And the side opposite C is little c. And these two formulas you are given. And you can see the lowercase are on the top. And that means these are the sides. So this is the formula for finding sides. And if the angles are on the top, this is the formula for finding the angles. And you literally just swap them over depending on which one you want to find. So that's nice and easy. Now the sine rule, this is what we're dealing with. Sorry, I didn't say that first, but this is the sine rule, hence the words sine. Now this is for two sides and two angles in a question. And the way I remember that is it's got a 2 and it also has a S for sine. So if it's two sides and two angles, they're always 2's. It's the sine rule. And the 2, if you think about it, is a backward version really of the S. So when it's 2 and 2, switch it round, that's the sine. So it helps you remember that's a sine rule. Hopefully that works anyway. It does for me. So in this question I actually want to find this angle here, and you can see so there are two angles involved and two sides involved. That's why I want the sine rule. Now the one we're given has A's, B's and C's in it, but this is C's, D's and E's. But essentially what you can do is just go, well, I'll just change it then, A, B and C. If they ask you to find this angle, it doesn't matter what you call it, just as long as you find it. So if that's the case, that's A, that's B, that's little c. So because I'm finding an angle, I'm going to write this. Now, oh sorry, just jogged the paper. Now you'll see that B and B, I've got the angle and the little side, so that one's definitely involved. X is on this angle C, so I'm definitely using that one, and plus I've got this. But I've got no angle for A, nor am I asked to find it. So that one is not involved. So that's our objective, delete one of them. And now we just put the numbers in. So sine of B, or sine angle B is 70, over the side B is 17.5. Sine of C is sine of X, that's what we're trying to find, angle C, divided by the opposite side is 12. Now we can get sine of X on its own by times in by 12. A little bit like before, when X is on the top, times is what you do. So sine 70 over 17.5 times 12. Now, personally I don't trust my calculator. What I'm going to do is type in sine 70 and then I'm going to hit equals. Then when I hit divide, you can see here it says A and S, my previous answer, so it's remembering that. Divided by 17.5, hit equals again, and then I'm going to times that one by 12. So my sine of X is 0.64 blah 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 blah. So again I need to get X on its own, so I need to do the inverse of sine to get rid of it, which is shift sine of my previous answer, and I will get 40.1 degrees to 1 decimal place. So that's finding angles using the sine rule. Now let's look at finding sides. So once again I've got R, S and T. As long as I find that side, that's all we're interested in. So A, B, C. So that's little a, little b, little c. I'm going to skip a step now. You can see the C's, we're not given the angle, we're not asked to find it, so it has got nothing to do with that. And because I'm finding the sides, I'm going to make sure the sides are on the top. So, A over sine A is equal to B over sine B. Once again, C is not involved, so I'm not using it. So A is what I'm trying to find, so that's X. Angle A is 32, little b is 12, and angle B is 85. So we just put the numbers in. Now to get X on its own, I have to times by sine 32, because it's being divided by it. So 12 over sine 85 is being multiplied by sine 32. Now, what I prefer to do here is, like sometimes like modern calculators, not like this one, this is old, opens a bracket and it can get a bit confused. So my advice is do sine 85, work that out, 12 divided by your answer, so I'm doing 12 divided by the previous answer, which was that, and now I'm going to times that by sine 32. And I get my answer to 6.38, that's the 2 decimal places and 3 significant figures, and that's meters, I believe. No, I wrote centimeters. And that's it. Now, I'll do the cosine in the next video.